Hey guys, it's Katie at scrapinkaty.ctmh.com, and I'm joining the creative design team to bring you some more of Love Your Stash, the bonus collection. And so in the month of May, a few of us have decided to play along and play with our stash.
For this month's Love Your Stash video series with the creative design team, I've pulled a couple of things. Now, this is an old stamp set from my stash. It's for my mother. I'm going to plan on using that. And then I've also pulled the Cut Above Moments Like These layout kit. And this, if you recall, was our calendar kit that was available late last year. I'm pretty sure that we do have this still available on my website. If we do, I'll link it below. But what I've enjoyed doing is not actually making it as a calendar. I've just enjoyed making the layouts. And so that's what I'm going to do here. It's going to come together really quickly. And I think I'm going to use this one. I guess the words and the stickers to it, as well as piece in some other ones, probably this one. These flowers are a little bit more like my mother than these. And then this is really similar to a layout that we did on one of the album retreat, virtual album retreats that Close to My Heart does, and I believe it was the last album retreat. We're getting ready to do another one, and so I have that layout that I haven't done anything with yet. And it's actually a shaker page. And so I'll link the video down below where I actually made that shaker page. And then today we'll just decorate it. Again, loving your stash doesn't have to be hard. It's just about getting those things out of your stash and using them to either document your memories or make cards and bless someone's day. Okay, so let's start punching some of these flowers out. And I'm loving this little pennant that says the best, because the stamp set that I have, of course, has that kind of oversized mother. And then what I love about the stamp set is that it actually has some journaling prompts, which I plan on using. Now I'm going to go ahead and punch out these flowers. I'm just not sure if I'm going to use them or not, but it always helps to just have them in the wings just in case. I think I'm going to leave those journaling strips. And then I really like that little heart pennant to go with these. So I think that's it on that one. I did pull these stickers. Now these stickers are, to go on the calendar, but I like them to actually add the date of the photos that I'm going to be using. And then I have these sticker sheets. I'm not going to remove any of the stickers yet. I'm just going to kind of see how these little elements fit on the layout first, and then I can always come back to the sticker sheets. Okay, so off camera, I went ahead and cut some butterflies using our new butterfly thin cuts from the You Are Enough special. These butterflies are gorgeous. So the large one, you can see how large it is. It comes with a solid background and then kind of a second layer and then a more intricate top layer. And then you've got these little small butterflies. Now the small butterfly also comes with a solid background, but for this layout, I'm not going to use it. And what I love about this layout is, like I mentioned, it was part of the last album retreat. It even had some butterflies on it. So I'm kind of still keeping in line with the original design that Close to My Heart did, but I'm kind of adding my own little twist, and I'm getting to mix my stash with new product, which I love to do that. So to add just a little bit of dimension to these butterflies, I am going to ink the intricate pieces up with sangria ink. So I've got my sangria ink pad, and then my favorite brushes to use for this purpose are these. I get them on Amazon. I'll leave a link down below. Really reasonably priced, and they're just so soft, and you can see how easily that color is transferred. Now what I love about the sangria is I'm starting off the butterfly and then blending on. And the higher I go up on the butterfly, it's almost like an ombre effect. So you would think that sangria is a really dark color, but because you're able to kind of blend up, it just really softens it by the time you get to the top of the butterfly. It almost looks like a pink, and it makes it look like you added several colors and you didn't. So I'm going to do that one there, and then I'm going to do the same for these little small ones, just probably not go as far up as I did on that big one. And then to clean these brushes, you basically just rub them on plain paper, either cardstock or you can use copy paper. I usually just use either old packing slips from my Close to My Heart orders, something like that. Now the bristles will stain, but that color will not come off on any other projects. So I've got those. One other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some clear shimmer brush to these, just right here on my all-purpose mat. Now this all-purpose mat is one of those big, huge ones that we sell. It's just, I have one that is big, and then I have one that's small for these small projects. So I'm just going to add shimmer all to these little butterflies as well as that big one, and then set it aside to dry just a little bit. And then this all-purpose mat just wipes right up. You can see that my shimmer brush is actually picking up some of that color that's on this mat. So I'm going to be careful on the top because I don't want to really add any more color to the top of this butterfly. So, can y'all see the shimmer? So I'm just going to set those aside, let them dry for just a little bit, and then we'll start building the rest of the layout.
So I'm going to speed up this last bit of process just a little bit for my butterflies by using the green top mono adhesive just on the center of the butterflies. It allows me to kind of play with those layers and add some dimension. Now for the flowers, I'm going to add just some 3D foam squares to just a few of them, and then the other ones will go just directly adhered to my base page just to kind of add some interest on those little clusters that I'm going to do. So here is that layout from the album retreat I was talking about. It's just one big, huge shaker page. And then I've also chosen photos of me and my mother, and then my mother and my siblings. We went to a winery a couple of years back, and I love how that mural on the back of the wall has that sangria in that wine glass behind us. So I just love the photos for this layout. And then as far as the pops of yellow, I was kind of scared on that just for a little bit because there's absolutely no yellow in our photos. But if you remember last month's creative design team collab had to do with color theory. And so a lot of times you want to pick colors that are complementary or that go with your photos. So even though I don't have yellow in my photos, yellow is one of the colors that goes with these other colors that are on this page. And it also just kind of adds some pop. You know, it's nice to have some subdued layout colors, but then also it's nice to have some pops, especially when you're talking about your dear mother. So to me on this layout, even though I've got a lot of things going on, the focal piece of this layout is going to be that center panel that I'm going to use the stamp set on. And this basically is going to be my journaling. So I'm using espresso. It's a dark, dark brown. And I am just stamping the word mother and then these journaling prompts. And then I have a dark brown fine tip pen that I'm using my T ruler and my Versamat to just draw journaling lines underneath these prompts. Now, in case you can't see the prompts, the first one says she is really good at, and then the second one says her favorite color is, and then I'm about to stamp our favorite thing to do is, and while I'm not going to tell you everything, I know that we enjoy scrapbooking together. It's something that just, she does live with us in a mother-in-law's house, so we are constantly around each other. But when we get to scrapbook with each other, it's so fun to hear her process. She thinks she's not a crafty lady, but she definitely is. And then that last prompt is she always says. And I have a couple of things, a couple of little words that my mother has made up over the years, and I even use some of them with my children. So here's a look at that finished layout. You can see that those sequins, those bluebell sequins, just kind of move in the layout. And here are a couple of still shots. Now, I believe I am the last one this month for the Love Your Stash for May, but I will leave a link down below to all the other creative design team members in case you missed their Use Your Stash. And don't forget, we do have another collab coming. So if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you'll be alerted the next time I post a crafty video. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching, and don't forget to check all the links down below, as well as a link to that shaker layout being made.